I'm Mikado Rose, and this is the Banner Saga once again. It's been a while since I put out one of these. Had kind of a busy week. If you guys don't know or haven't seen a video or I've talked about it really, but right now I'm working on 2 degrees. I'm about ready to graduate with a bachelor's in management, and I'm also working on an associate's degree in massage therapy, and I've been taking CEU classes for the massage therapy program that aren't required, but they make it so that I am certified in more things before I start actually doing massage, before I graduate with my associates. So things have been a little crazy because a new quarter of school has started up and I got a little backed up. But anyways, so we're gonna carry on again today, so let's get into this. Resume last save. Here we go, we're trudging along that road. I mean, it doesn't look so bad. I mean, there's a little snow on the ground, but nothing out of the norm. Alright, the caravan halts when a group of men appear on the trail, weapons at their feet. We've seen the dredge in your wake, says one. We don't wish to meet them alone. If you'll let us join you, we'll show you a watering hole and enough animals to fill those supply wagons. An inherent fear of strangers raises mutters from the caravan. We can allow them to join, ask what they're doing, or refuse. We're going to allow them to join and go out on a limb. If you'll be no trouble, come along, you say. The men cautiously join your ranks and prove trustworthy. The hidden water hole nearby is teeming with animals, and soon your supplies are nicely restocked. Sweet! Needed that too. We didn't have a whole lot of supplies. Gave us 18, but it said 8. Not quite sure what that is. Alright, so we have poor morale. That's not good. During a rest, one of the men get too drunk and end up splashing mead in a warrior's face. A brawl erupts, many thrown fists, and a broken bone later. The instigator, Raffensvarder, I just butchered that. I am really sorry. Oh boy. Is tossed on the ground at your feet, angry clansman looking for satisfaction. His personal defense is little more than drooling mumbles. We can coerce a public apology out of him, tie him up until he dries out, laugh off the scuffle, or encourage the others to let the issue drop. Yeah, we're just gonna tie him up. We're gonna be assholes. Alright, you grab rope from the supplies and make short work of the sot. A few onlookers throw scraps at him, but most just walk away with a laugh, at least content that some measure has been taken. Okay. I have a feeling this guy will be trouble for us in the future. But maybe not. Maybe he'll have learned his lesson because we tied his ass up. The caravan is visibly relieved to find a small village on the way to Frostviller. With beds and fresh supplies, the locals here are shocked by the news you bring and discuss it amongst themselves while you set up nearby. Ooh. Maybe we'll get more people to join our ranks. Oh, somebody wants to talk. Let's see, what do they have to say? How's the arm, Egil? You find Egil just outside the camp practicing his sword swings. I saw you taking some hard hits out there. Oh yeah, I'm great. Not great, considering everything that's... I'm fine. My arm's fine. It's a strong shield. It's Rook, right? I know we haven't talked much before now, but if you want, just call me Gil. Okay, Gil. I wanted to let you know that I meant what I said before about making sure nothing happens to Alette. You think about what he says. I've never seen a shield like that before. Ivor seems to think you're pretty good. You're protective of Alette, huh? I'm heading back to camp. Stay strong. We're gonna find out what his intentions towards our daughter is. Alright, buddy. Well, I don't want her to get hurt. You can see his cheeks turn bright red. Yup. You got it, bad. Don't worry, she can take care of herself, too. I know, I didn't mean... Easy, Gil. I know what you meant. Oh boy, do we know. You think about what to say. I've never seen a oh, we're gonna do this again, huh? We'll talk about his shield. Why not? Yeah, I doubt there's many. My father made this. It's solid metal, really heavy. But I've been practicing with it since I was a kid. I used to spend a lot of time just getting used to lifting it. He raises it up to show you. Nope, he's definitely not raising it. I'm pretty good with it now. It's the only thing of my father's I have left. Then, when my mother died, she gave it to me before she died. Okay. Ivor seems to think you're pretty good. Did he say that? That's good. I'm trying. Never had to fight anything like Dredge before, but I don't have much else to do. And how many people get to train with a Varl? Just seems like I could be help to someone. That's what I want to be. And I'm heading back to camp. Stay strong. Power to the people. Yep, I will. Oh, and if you need something, let me know. I can do anything you need. Between you and Ivor, we're going to be okay, I can tell. Yep, I am the shiznit. Let's see what the market has to offer us. We would like to buy some supplies. Oh, what are these things? What does this do? 2 armor. Shoe-encrusted headband. The Eye of Ivory white cat seems to be looking around on its own. 2 armor plus... So I'm guessing I get plus 2 armor. This protects from death unless strength is 1. A figurine occasionally carried by older warriors who believed it. We want one of these. Thank you. This is a good thing to have. Thank you. Sorry, but you're kind of left out. The other 2 just sounded better. We'll rest. And curry on our way, I suppose. So these are days of supplies. I don't know why I didn't realize that before. Alright. You're only just outside the village when 2 men in red approach. My name is Hogan, says one, gesturing to the other. My brother is Mogan. Many of the village wish to join you in Frostfeller. A third man, exuding rage, charges up to the group. Shut your mouth, Hogan, he screams. Oh boy. It's a fight! What's going on? These bastards don't speak for us. Okay, this is a town leader. They've been trying to divide the village since you got here. Okay, this is Hogan. True, you can keep whoever wants to stay and die. And this is Mogan. The rest of us will go with the reasonable people of Skoger. I'll have you both gutted before I let half the village desert. Behind the angry villager, a mob of armed thugs have appeared, all furrowed brows and nervous stares. You both know what will happen to the rest of us if the fields are abandoned. Nobody leaves. So there won't be anything to tend once Dredge arrive. Let your people decide on their own. Let them decide on their own. Everybody gets a choice, right? We thought that's how it went ourselves. A good number told me to my face they didn't want to be beaten to death by Dredge. Dredge my ass. Yep, he said it, guys. It was right there. I don't know what the scam is this time, Hogan, but you got 2 choices. Get back to work or I'm finally putting you in the ground. Mogan, what do you say? Thought it was unfair that he only asked me. Mogan draws his axe slowly, followed by Hogan. Despite their confidence, the brothers are significantly outnumbered. I think I make a poor farmer. Settle this yourselves. I won't kill men for defending their homes. Ivor, let's make this a fair fight. I'm not going to get involved. Step back as one of the thugs lunges forward and is caught in the ribs by Hogan's axe. The air soon rings with the sound of screams, and axe heads against shields. 4 men lie dead on the ground before the others run. You hurt, Mogan? No? We should have done that years ago. Nah, can't go around killing for no good reason. that this was a good reason. Agreed. Alright. The brothers head back to the village, and soon many of the villagers have joined your caravan. Hogan introduces you to his young son and wife, all grins, unconcerned about the fact that you never agreed to let them come. You don't bother arguing. Before long, you set out again. So we got 84 clansmen and 11 fighters. That's pretty good. We get 5 renown and 15 supplies. So that's pretty sweet. Alette marches quietly alongside the caravan, a little distant since leaving the village. When you stop for a rest, Odleif approaches you both. Alette, I have something for you. Odleif has gathered up the long banner from the caravan and smiles warmly as she passes it to Alette. What's this about? I was hoping you'd sew up the banner with everything that has happened since we left Skogar. Come find me another time, Rook, and we'll talk. Before you can comment, she departs. Dad, are you the chieftain now? I guess I'll have to find out later. Oh, then that means you're both quiet for a moment while Alette unfurls the banner. Odleif has been teaching me how to sew. She speaks pretty highly of you. Can we read the part about Mom? You nod. On the banner has been sewn the story of the families who lived in Skogar throughout the years, just as is done on every banner in every town. I wish she were here, but I'm kind of glad she isn't. The section of the banner about your family is short, but Alette has been sewing in colorful designs. Why do you say that? So she doesn't have to deal with all of this, dredge, leaving home, and... Why don't you stop those men from killing each other in the village? I mean, if it's okay to ask. It wasn't my decision to make. I didn't want the blood on my hands. It was the best of some bad options. I think it's the best decision to make, because honestly, people should have their own choice. Let them work it out between themselves. Alette. Alright. Deciding what happens to other people. I'm glad I'm not you. I wouldn't know what to do. It's not exactly my calling either. Yeah, I know, Dad. I think you're doing a good job. She hugs you. You spend the rest of your time together sewing new verses into the banner. For better or worse, the story of Skogar is your burden now. Alright, apparently I get to be the chieftain. Alright, let's go talk to Odleif. How are you doing, Odd? I'm alright. I'm gonna call her Ode, because Odd just seems strange. Not at first. Sometimes, when a loved one dies, people say it doesn't sink in for a while. It sunk in for me right away. People tell me I'm a strong woman. It's funny, my father named me Odleif before I was even born. He wanted a boy so badly. Strong woman, what does that even mean? I never cared for that expression. It means you're going to be okay. People look up to you. People look up to you? Don't take this the wrong way, but I don't want to be known for handling my feelings. If I feel nothing about my husband dying, people think I'm strong. If I cry because my insides feel like they're on fire, I'm weak. Why does that feel so backwards? I'm sorry, Rook. It's been hard. You're not sure what to say. In the many years you've known the chieftain's wife, this is probably the most you've ever talked. You asked me to come find you. Yes, it's about the banner. I thought about it a long time. He asked me to give it to you, if something happened. Why me? He always depended on you, Rook. It should be mine. I could carry it, but I thought about why he named you. I get it. They won't follow a woman. Families would leave. Our banner would be divided. I would vouch for you. Come on, Rook. This isn't the time for pretend. It's not just about our small town. What happens the first time we need something from another clan? How will that go? And the first time someone thinks they can take advantage of us? I think this is what has to happen. Maybe this is what it means to be a strong woman. She looks sideways, eventually giving you over a timid smile. I'm not sure if that's the dumbest thing I ever heard or the sweetest. Listen, I know I dragged this out. The truth is my husband and I could never have a child. I don't want our banner to end here. It'll be safe with you and Alette. I know you're going to take care of her. She puts her hand on your shoulder as she heads back to camp. Get 5 renown. Sweet. Take a short rest. We'll check on our heroes. Alright, we'll see here. Can any of you be upgraded? Yep, we're going to promote you. Yep. So we need 2 stat points. Let's... Yeah. We're going to add them to here so we can do more damage to their armor. Promote Alette. And we will... Also, 'cause she's an archer, so that'd be good. We'll add some to her strength. And he can be promoted. So... we'll do these as well. Make sure they can break through their defenses pretty good. So... 15 dodge. Give it to him because generally they're gonna... it seems like they go after the strongest one. Do it. Hogan or Mogan? So 8, 10... So they're pretty similar. Which one was he? Okay, so we're gonna put... oh, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to do this. I'm gonna put him on there. Alright. So we're good to go heroes-wise. So let's head on back on our adventure. I really like the music in this as well. Let's listen to it for a moment. Alright. At a small split in the trail, a few fighters stopped to speak with you, each carrying a single pack. We recognize this place. One man says, spent several years here with some kin. If they're still around, we have to warn them of what's coming. With luck, we'll find you again in less than a week. Wishes fighters well, see them off with extra supplies. We'll give them some extra supplies and hopefully they'll come back and bring good things with them. If that's all you're taking, you may never make it, you say, grabbing a few items from the supply wagon. You strap the additional provisions to their backs. Search for family instead of food, you say with a smile, then clasp wrists with the men clasp wrists with you before departing. So we lost 8 fighters and some supplies, but we got 10 renown, so that's good. This guy again. Complaints of Raffensvarder. Excessive drinking having resurfaced. This time the man stumbled over some tent ropes, pulled the snagged canvas through the campfire, nearly setting a supply wagon aflame. Clansmen put the fire out on both the wagon and Raffensvarder's leg before leading him to you. Yeah, we're just gonna try to beat him. Maybe he'll stop. Just, you know, give him a little... one side of the hand is discipline, the other is abuse. We'll just use the discipline side of the hand. You're considering your options when Oddleaf appears out of nowhere and doubles him over with a gut shot. Endanger everyone again and you'll get more than a cracked rib, she shouts, leaving in a huff. The others go back to their business, satisfied with the outcome. Yes! You show him, Oddleaf. Dread, shouts a man from the back of the caravan in Raffensvarder. the unabashed drunk staggering toward you, looking not entirely sober. He screams again, pointing to trees in the distance. Fear races through the caravan as fighters pull their wagons. Scouts return with no sightings, and furious men surround Raffensvarder. We're gonna let the clansmen deliver justice. A swift and brutal beating befalls Raffensvarder, one that leaves him begging for mercy. The next time he is offered mead, the man shies away in fear. As for the rest of the caravan, everyone seems pretty satisfied. Alright. He finally learned his lesson and just took a little of the discipline side of the hand from his entire clan.
Strong, thriving city. The walls of Frostweller now just keep the howling winds at bay. With luck, they'll hold out against Dredge as well.
Alright. Hopefully. See what this place has to hold. You jostle through follow crowds and sunken faces who appear as though they've been freezing in front of Frostfeller for days. The gates are closed. You come to a stop at the bottom of the hill. Alright. This is not looking good. Why are there so many people in the fields? We can't stay outside in the open like this. Oldleaf finds you amongst the many refugees. Rook, I just talked to some of the women here. Nobody is being let into the city. Why? It's overrun with Varl from Blotsbolker, Greyhorn, people from Bitra and the nearby villages. The Dredge are everywhere. The chieftain of Frostfeller has locked himself in his great hall. That's when when they close the gates. When the Dredge come, these hills will turn red. We have to get in there. We'll get in the wall somehow. I want to know more about what's going on. We're gonna want to get in there. I can get the gate open. Let's see if there's another way before we start breaking down gates. I wasn't going to break it down. Or break it, just push really hard. Yeah, you tell 'em. Use them bulky muscles. Alright, well, this looks like a good place to stop, and in the next episode we'll pick up and we will storm the castle or keep or whatever it is, little longhouse, and we will kill bitches and take names. Alright, so I will see you in the next episode. Like, comment, subscribe. I really like this game. I know it's a bit more on the wordy side, but it's got a really good story, and eventually, well, there's going to be some action in the next episode, so stay tuned. Goodbye.